Alright,
All
now
right,
we're
here we
live.
go.
Sweet. Very cool.
All right. So Google Plus, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just curious to hear what you think. I mean, today is only what the second day it's been out to the public. So I'm just curious to see what you think about it in general, like the features, interface, and the whole idea behind it.
Um, I don't know. I've definitely. It's like, I mean, when it came out, it was like in the blogs everywhere. It got like a lot of buzz. And a lot of people at Microsoft were talking about it. But immediately, like that I caught that I really liked was the design. Like even the like login design that I got from your link, like I really love their immersive
Mm-hmm.
design. Um, and I think like that's a huge plus that could like definitely go as Facebook. But the only thing that with me was there wasn't a lot of like crazy features or anything like that. There wasn't any things that were like so different than Facebook. It was just more like a direct like front that said like we're gonna go in the social networking scene like for real. Like this is legit now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but there wasn't anything like oh wow Facebook can't do that. Like this is so unique or genuine. I mean I like the circles thing. That's pretty cool. But the one thing they have I think that's like really set off from Facebook is I think the Sparks where you can like search for things that are relevant to you and interest to you.
Mm-hmm.
So that could like be powerful that Facebook can't really do that well. I mean compared to Google, like who's the king of search.
So I mean, right. I don't know. For me, I think this is a sort of a huge step in the right direction. I think similar to what you thought. I thought the design was really
Hmm.
clean and elegant, and I mean, the interface is also just very simple and minimalistic, and it's blazing fast. Like everything seems to be using some sort of probably JavaScript and like just a lot of work done on the UIs to make it really fast and responsive, which is great. Facebook, can get completely out of hand and out of control sometimes, and just crashes, gets all kinds of errors.
Oh yeah.
But there were a couple of like main features behind it, really. Yeah, like Sparks, that recommendation engine, of course, like Google does information finding, any sort of trending, that sort of thing, extremely well. But also, what I thought was really interesting and the features I probably enjoyed the most is first of all the what's it called? There are two things. One is called Hangouts and one is called Huddle. Hangouts is this group video conferencing, not video conferencing, but like group chat,
Yeah,
video
yeah.
chat
You
sort
say
of thing
what's going
that
on. Yeah.
Skype offers. But I mean, this thing supports a ton of people at the same time, which is, I mean, it's still a feature that Facebook has yet to integrate into its platform, right? I mean, like with the video and everything, they're trying, but I mean, nothing
Yeah.
major that
Yeah.
has happened. But also, I mean, like they claimed that Hangouts can support up to I forget the exact number, but like quite a few people chatting at the
Hmm.
same time and leveraging probably the existing GChat infrastructure, which I think I mean, it's a very smart move on Google's part. But also, the Huddle is a group text platform similar to the startup product GroupMe, which has gotten some traction, and I mean it's just a really useful way to
Oh no.
communicate
Yeah.
when you have because one of the like most difficult thing and like annoying thing about the SMS is like one-way communication. If you have like a group of people, you have to send like everything to everyone, and like the communication gets out of hand
No, I
really
understand because we
quickly.
actually
So I mean that I think would definitely be useful. But I mean this product I think is not necessarily introduced as a no, sorry. I mean, I think this product is introduced not just as a sort of a general social media network, like a social networking site. Just another one where you
hmm
can share stuff with your friends and stuff like that. But it's really aimed to be, at least, I think, to be a sort of unifying interface among all the Google products that have this sort of
Yeah,
social link
that's it.
that unifies the entire ecosystem, right? Because I mean, Google owns more of the web than Facebook does, essentially. Facebook is your sort of entertainment portal or whatever. You share it with your friends. Go see all the different links. but Google owns so much more, right? Your Gmail, your GChat, then YouTube, your news, like readers, like finance, so many different products that can actually be integrated into one thing. And the Plus One and the Google Plus is just the beginning of that, right? I mean, I can really see where if this product is really going to be successful and well designed, it can eventually, sort of creep
It'd
into
be
your
integrated.
every
Exactly, it'd be
yeah
a seamless
your
integration.
every aspect of your online life,
I mean,
right?
I think that's the
And
key right there. Is that like I actually have a GroupMe account for all the Microsoft Duke interns, and like so I know exactly what you mean. Like being able to use
right,
that, that's like really awesome.
right,
But I think like you hit the key to the mark is that Google Plus, like as I've seen so far, it's nothing too wow. There's no like holy crap, this is awesome. Or I mean, it's awesome, but it's not like no one's gonna do this, no one can do this, or like
I mean,
it's gonna
it's
be
not
really
a
hard to
new idea,
replicate.
right? I mean, like social networking has
Yeah,
been around for so long, and
like
Facebook
Skype can
has dominated this market.
exactly. You have the Facebook, you have like the Skype kind of video, and then you have the GroupMe kind of like texting thing. It's like it's I mean awesome. You need it with Google, and it's awesome to have the extra one, but it's still like there's other services that are like this. But exactly what you said though about taking Google's other technologies and integrating them all together with that social networking aspect, it's what's gonna like really kind of punch Facebook, or at least make Facebook go like, holy crap, like
Right.
this is a pretty big thing. Because especially I love how at the top of like when you go to just Google, the Google Plus is now with your like mail and
Right.
your web. That's the big thing is Facebook. It's a
Right.
social network, like you said, an entertainment portal. It's a social networking site. That's all it is. They have no other ventures realistically
Right.
compared to like Microsoft, Apple, or Google. I mean, those three companies have they can like have their iPod sync with their iPhone, sync with their iPad, sync with their Apple laptop, or
Right.
have your PC sync with your Xbox
Right.
and sync with your Windows phone, and then same with Google. You have all these web apps that
Right.
can all sync together, and that's going to be one of the big keys. Is like
Exactly. Like each company like that you've listed has their like own ecosystem where
yeah,
not only have physical devices but also like web presence and a bunch of other services, productivity or entertaining or like entertainment or like all kinds of other things that you actually do on like an electronic device, right? And especially Microsoft and Apple, they are like really huge into the like hardware as
yeah,
well. So I mean, like that's definitely something that Facebook doesn't have. The rumored Facebook phone or whatever still
yeah.
hasn't come out, and they
Uh,
still have not come out with a like official Facebook iPad app, which is really unfortunate. But also that's one of the key things that was sort of the aim of Google Plus as well. You can see that it launched with the instant upload or whatever thing on Android, and I've seen some of the like the interface, mobile interface, and it looks very slick and
yeah,
responsive. And I mean, it's mobile and like has the like a seamless integration with mobile devices at the very very beginning, rather than like adding it on. So it's just a much more like native feel, and like again, just trying to make it seem like it's all part of one system and have your online presence transfer like literally without your knowledge from one domain to another. Because I mean, Google owns like a lot of the services you use, and I mean, for any almost like for everyone in our generation, if you want to find any information or like start online, chances are you will start with a Google search, right? I mean, it's just like a natural way of doing things now. Yeah, or like I mean, Bing search, right?
yeah. No,
And
Google search.
but it just but it's that's where like Google really has leverage and has the existing power and like capital and everything else to be able to compete with Facebook. I mean, if I were to say anyone is able to actually face head to head against Facebook and have a legit fight, would probably be Google, just
easily.
because they are probably the best position to compete.
Oh yeah, I
with
mean,
Facebook.
there's only so many startups out there and tech startups and stuff that have ideas that could like somewhat
Right.
compete against Facebook, but none of them have the resources or the funding and are like the tech conglomerates as like Google, Microsoft,
Absolutely.
and Apple. And Apple is more in the hardware kind of sector,
Right.
Microsoft could I guess but not really. They're not that focused on the social networking element. I mean, really, Xbox is their one
Right.
social networking kind of platform. They're more in commercial and business application software and somewhat consumer software. No, not the web.
OS,
Exactly.
corporate
So they're
software,
in
yeah.
software. They're not. They definitely have their hand in a lot of web apps and web developments. But compared to Google and Facebook, they're nowhere near in that
Right.
sector. Google is definitely fully invested in web, and
Right.
Facebook's definitely fully invested in web. For the most part.
Right.
Um, and the only thing Facebook,
So
so,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
but also like another thing that I thought was really interesting. I mean, because Google and Facebook has been dealing with so much privacy issues, in the
Yeah,
past few years, as more and more people start using these services, and more and more users start getting like concerned about their actually online identity if they're being kept safe. All kinds of privacy issues, rights, and come into play. But I mean, with the circles design, it's although it might get a little bit overwhelming with like your billions of contacts list and you dragging around like into different circles. But I mean, this idea is there, to be able to easily create and destroy these circles and groups and limit your sharing and information to specific groups, which is is something that Facebook really really needs, but
yeah,
really lacks.
exactly. I
So.
mean, I had actually a Microsoft entered a comment about that today. How about like he was kind of disappointed with how the kind of group system, like grouping of friends or
Uh-huh.
groups of events or whatever, kind of worked on Facebook, and it was kind of
Mhm.
disappointing. And he's hoping that now since Google Plus has come out with all this kind of stuff, that Facebook's going to try to respond with something of their own.
Uh-huh.
Um, and Facebook's
Probably.
yeah, it's kind of like
I mean, it just seems like it's a sort of a natural way of organizing your connections because I mean, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
oh no. I was gonna say like I mean it is like a natural way of organizing.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Wait, hold on. Oh,
You good?
okay. Yeah, this connection is sort of dropping, I think. I mean, your voice is fading in and out, and like, it's pretty jumpy video.
Um.
I think now it's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
We.
Yeah, we're
All
good.
right. What was I saying? Oh, I like circles a lot, especially like again the design of it, like just being able to drag and drop, and it's the only thing is it got I don't know if you have like a lot of circles or a lot of areas of friends kind of thing. It's like how do you like Duke? I gotta have a circle of Duke friends, but then I have like
Right.
entrepreneurship friends, I have basketball friends at Duke, I have like tending friends, I have block friends, I have like tech friends, and like all these. So it's just like you could have like a lot of
Right.
circles that's almost like overwhelming. Like a lot of people have like talked about this,
Right.
like Google the overwhelming.
If you like go into like
Yeah, and I mean that's somewhat I think kind of
yeah,
BS, but then at the same time it is somewhat true that you really have to manage that data well. Um,
yeah,
but I don't know. Again, the circles like and all that
yeah,
kind of stuff isn't I think as big of a deal because it's again having your Gmail account synced. Like if you want to write email and that's like streams to your post or whatever for Google Plus, or like you
right,
know just like copying over your like maps or something from Google and the directions is posting it to the stream. Like that's the power.
right.
Um,
Well, yeah, which is great because I mean, so many people use so many of these products
exactly.
already, and like Google's just leveraging these like users to create communities around these like already established user base, which is, I mean, it's at a very very good position to do that. And like you said, like all these great sharing features, integrating this network with Gmail, Maps, like all kinds of other products and services that you use is gonna be so much better, and you can get so much more content and relevant content on there.
Yeah,
Plus, I mean, Google is really good at like sorting through all your content
exactly.
and stuff, and recommending and all that stuff. So that would definitely be a win for them. But yeah, like you said, the circles still needs like some fine tuning. Like first of all,
Oh
yeah, like one of the main feedback I think at least I've gotten is just if you really want to get down to it, organizing all the people in like the right
Yeah.
groups and
If
stuff,
you,
that's just way
I
too
mean,
much.
because it's like,
And it really depends on how you want to like deal with it, right? I mean, you have the main groups and stuff,
it's like you have 800 friends like on Facebook. It's like, are you gonna really put all of them into circles?
but also
Okay.
right, right.
Uh,
But then, there are a lot of people that I'm Facebook friends with, just on Facebook that I really never talk to in real life or
yeah.
online. They're just kind of
That's what I
there,
mean. It's
right?
kind of
Like
like,
acquainted. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I see some people with like 1,200 friends. I'm like, no, you don't have 1,200 friends. Like, you might have met 1,200 people or something, but like, you don't really have 1,200 friends at one specific point in time. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
just not, you're not really keeping track with all of them. So, but that's kind of awesome though that you can have
Right.
the friend and then follow them as years go on, and then 5 years later, meet up with them again. But I don't know. The main thing I see in
Well, I mean, that's like one of the main pluses of social networks.
exactly, and that's, I mean, the only thing I can see with kind of Facebook though
Yeah, sorry.
is that, I mean, with like Google and some of the other stuff, a lot of people, it's like you just have an account,
Mhm.
and that you have like a username, so people like just create accounts and like get rid of them, and
Mhm.
they just kind of clear away. Where it's like Facebook, pretty much everyone has like one account. Like, your name is the account that is you online. In a sense. So that's the only thing I think Facebook might have over Google right now, or in like the coming years, is the
Right.
sense of identity, like that. This is you.
That's definitely true.
Okay, I see your mouth moving, but I haven't heard anything you said. This audio didn't go through.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think we're still having some connection issues over here.
Yeah,
But
I'm still not hearing.
can you hear me now? Okay. Oh, no. Crap. Oh, this is great.
Hold on. Let's try it again.
Uh,
Come on.
okay, I can't hear myself talk
I think it's
through
my
the
headphones.
speakers. It's kind of weird.
Hold on.
You sure?
Go ahead, okay. Now I can hear you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pull these out at first because, one, they look like freakishly weird on me, but two, the battery's starting to die in these, so they might go out any minute. Let's see how. Hopefully they should have a bit more juice in them, but we'll see. So now we got
Okay. But yeah, I think you were definitely right with the actual networks, because Facebook is based on the idea that it's built around like known communities, right? The exclusive either like groups or like communities that you belong to. You actually have to get verified to add yourself into these networks.
Yeah.
Right. And Google doesn't have that sort of feature and doesn't have that sort of information on you. So that is, I mean, like with circles and stuff, you can organize the contacts in this way, but there's no sort of you belong together because we know that you belong to the same network, right?
Yeah.
So that's a huge thing that Facebook has over Google Plus. But also, like, I mean, the established number of users that actually use Facebook. I don't know if you saw the thing I posted on Facebook a couple of days ago. Facebook is the first website to crack 1 trillion page views per month.
I heard about that, but I didn't see it on your Facebook.
That is a freaking unbelievable number. Out of, like, it doesn't matter if you have any, like, one websites, 10 websites, 100 websites. 100 trillion, like 1 trillion page views is just freaking ridiculous.
Oh, it is.
100 trillion might be.
That would be a little too far. But I mean, that is one thing.
But still, like, it's
in Google. Like, I was trying to find the few people who got invites and stuff, and who are actually on like Google Plus now. And one, like, it was kind of hard finding the few, but more importantly, I mean, that wasn't that hard. But more importantly, like, I see all my Gmail contacts, but a lot of them, again, it doesn't like mean anything to me. If I say like, Baller27 or something, or Hoops021, like, I have no idea who that really is. Or like
Right.
Facebook, it's
Oh,
like this is Troy Farrell. Like there's only one Troy Farrell really. Like that one kind of thing. Um,
right. That's what they were hoping with sort of. I mean, initially, I guess if you register an account, you will put in your name, and I guess you will get
yeah,
used to the idea, coming from Facebook and all. But also, they want to build up the Google profiles or whatever thing. That's something Google has had for a number of years, I think, but it hasn't been really utilized at all. So that's something they're trying to build. I mean, if you go into your account and look, you can add your profiles, adding things like birthdays, places you've lived, interests, random little snippets
yeah. I think
of
they had like
information.
employer education and like gender and then, like that's good.
Yeah,
And like if you start getting names in there, then you can search for a person and it'll be a little easier. And then you see they're from
right,
Orlando, Florida, so it's like oh that must be the you know
right.
whoever I was looking for. But it's still
And that,
like
yeah, go ahead.
like with Facebook though, you have like a profile pic, or and like Google Plus now
Hmm.
has the photos, but it's really just streamed from Flickr. They don't yet have
Right.
the
Well,
tagging
not
people
Picasa.
or Picasso. Thank you. Sorry. Uh, but they don't have like the tagging the people like in your photos and stuff. And
Actually, Picasa has has built-in face recognition and tagging and all that stuff on the Picasa
yeah,
interface,
but
not on the Google Plus thing.
so that's what I mean. That's why you kind
So
of have this disparity in that like Picasso does have that stuff, but then you have to like link the Picasso accounts kind of thing with the Google accounts and like match them and match the
right,
people. Where Facebook, it's all like within one system. Like you just go
right,
to
in
the
one thing.
Facebook profile of that person. There's even like a little link to click on that person, like see all their
Right,
personal. So it's like again, Facebook is like losing in a sense because it focuses so much on social networking in that niche. But then at the same time, they're getting empowered because they're dominating that niche.
right. I mean, they do it extremely well. I mean, that's why they've been so successful.
Exactly.
Um, and that definitely. But I would expect much more like integration with these, social things. As time progresses. Plus, this is only the first field trial anyway. Um, I mean, like, there's still a lot of improvements and tuning to be done to for it to be made public.
Oh yeah.
Plus, I mean, like, I'm sure the team will like work endlessly to improve this product and make it, the best it can be. And I mean, like, I just think it's a really a huge step in the right direction, and it has definitely has a ton of potential.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
So we'll just see how it plays out in the next few months.
it definitely. I mean, especially with Google, is that they have a lot of the resources and they have the people. I remember reading something about like 9 out of 10 people that go onto the web will eventually visit Google.
Hmm.
Like, during their internet session,
Right,
they will eventually go to Google, which it makes sense. Like, I do that
right,
all the time. Um,
right,
but the two things that like really come to mind with Google is like, they got some cool features now, but they're really gonna have to like, get some integration going so that they give me reasons for why I'm going to use Google Plus. Like if they have the little stream where you can
right.
post like almost like your wall kind of post or whatever or your
Hmm.
newsfeed. And again, it's like
Yeah,
why am I going to look at that newsfeed and why am I going to post my statuses to Google Plus when I have Facebook already? And I'm already in a
right,
sense attached and I'm used to Facebook. There's like why should I either do both Facebook and Google Plus or just switch over? So they have to need to provide reasons for
right.
that.
I mean,
And then sorry, real quick, so maybe you want to answer this one.
yeah,
The second thing is, and a lot of people have kind of criticized Google for this a little bit, or like, how are they gonna make money off this? There's like a lot of ways to make money, but it's still like, how do you do it, or how do you keep it sustainable and stuff like that? Because both Google Waves and Google Plus kind of died, and Google Plus is totally different than those two.
right.
But a lot of people have like, especially like at Microsoft, I've seen online, they're like, oh, another Google Buzz, like um,
Yeah, I mean, I think right now they're just gonna focus on the actual product rather than the
oh
money. I
yeah,
mean, Google has enough money, to hold
exactly,
out
exactly. They
for a
can
couple
like
of
they're not some
years.
tech star where they really, they have this great idea and they have some great developers, but it's like we're barely keeping the lights on kind of thing. They can keep this going for quite a while,
Right.
and still be good.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious, like when they finally do like start getting the upper hand in the market, I'm curious like how they're gonna like turn the dime and stuff like that and really monopolize on this.
Right.
Um,
That will be very interesting. I would imagine that search would improve a lot with the social information, um, and probably get more relevant ads delivered to you that way and make more money that way.
oh yeah, I mean that's gonna
That
be
may be
really
just like
exciting.
yeah,
But it's also they
yeah.
got to be careful. I think they do have to take their time, like you said, focus on the product and just get people
Uh-huh.
like slowly used to it because it is like when you get a search, you can search onto the World Wide Web basically, and then you can also search all his personal information and find the best results for each individual and what their query is.
Right.
That's awesome. That's a huge, powerful tool that a lot of people could use. But then at the same time, tools are meant to build or destroy, right? You could use that to like quickly be really efficient and find everything you need, or you can be a stalker and like kind of screw some people over. Like or
Yeah, I mean,
a
right now
con artist or
a
whatever.
lot of people already search themselves, right? On Google, just to see like what has my
Exactly.
name like appeared on, or like what things that have I been involved with that I don't know about, like things like that. So I mean, I think information security will be like much more of an issue than it is now once like Google actually builds up a huge network with Google Plus and has all this information. You
Exactly.
know, if someone cracks it, then oh Jesus, like you can get so much information, it's ridiculous. Um,
And especially there's
but
this PlayStation Network and then WikiLeaks that are both like the two big popular things going on in the
yeah,
last like year or two or whatever. Like I mean, it's definitely
yeah,
something you gotta be careful of. I mean, I think it's like people are gonna accept it because the amount of power we get out of this tool, like out of this networking that's gonna happen, like it's gonna be unbelievable. I mean, it's almost like nuclear power, right? You can use it, you can use the study of nuclear energy to make the atomic bomb or nuclear warhead, or you can use it for nuclear energy and like for fission and fusion, right? I mean, it's the same kind of like concept.
yeah. But I mean, I'm just curious to see how it turns out in the next couple months. Hopefully, they will turn around like the public invites and stuff, so you can
Yeah,
actually
I
invite
know.
people to join. Because right now there are like three
Exactly,
people on the
exactly. And
network
it's
that.
like I had a friend who's like, who like on Facebook actually, like, who else is on Google Plus? Like, I have no friends. He's like, I have one friend,
Yeah,
because it is like,
yeah.
I actually go through my Gmail
Because I mean,
account.
I invited. Yeah, I invited a bunch of people on there, but like yeah, like one of my friends just told me, he's like, I have no friends on Google
Yeah,
Plus.
exactly.
Uh, but I mean, still, like this is the first field test. This is why they
That's my
told us
point.
like to invite people to actually who will talk to each other rather than just like random people, because they're like literally, yeah, you have no other person to talk to right now because it's not open. Which is, I mean, hopefully they will get over that and open it up. That will be like, I mean, I think the initial adoption rate at least, or
Oh,
just
eh,
the amount of people who are willing to try
exactly.
it out
And
will
it's
be
not just that, like,
huge.
I had so many friends, like,
Um,
asking for invites. Like, so if you're like, I need invite, and eventually they shut it down, they closed it off, but it was like, the crazy, this whole
I
idea of,
s-
like, this really was exclusivity. Like, this was, like prime
right.
example of, like, that idea. And,
Hmm.
but again, it's like, once I got on it, it is again like I was amazed at the design. That was my first thing. Is like for it being like a kind of a beta
Uh-huh.
product or whatever. The first, I was like, holy crap, this is like really awesome.
Right.
But then at the same time, it's like with three friends, it's like, what am I gonna do with it right now? That's the main thing. It's like I go and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is so cool. It
Right.
looks so cool, and like I could really use a lot of this. But then it's like again because it's only invite friend only. It's like, what am I gonna do with it? Like you know, I'm going back to Facebook. I'll come back in a month when it's finally released. Like and I'll
Right.
check it out then. Um,
Yeah. But I mean, so I mean, it's just a look around and see. But I mean, like yeah, I'm sure they're working their asses off just to
oh
get
yeah,
this thing at least support a larger number of users, because I'm sure like I mean, Google deals with scale like really
oh
really
yeah,
well. I mean, with all the products that they've built, but I mean, this is something on like a different order of magnitude. If if this thing does well, there is going to be exponential growth in the number of users. Millions and millions of people just getting on, and that's going to be ridiculous for the service to handle. So
I wonder if they're gonna do because the only thing is like with
we'll
Facebook,
see
we have
how it
like
goes.
400 or 500, 1,000 friends, wherever you have, right? Like each person has like all these accounts already like synced with their account.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like with Gmail, I have a lot of people already that I know, but still, I mainly with my Google account, I mainly use that for Gmail, at least like for linking to people. So it's like if you are gonna go from Facebook to Google Plus, how are they gonna bring like almost like it's almost like when we switch phones, right? Like if I want to go from like the iPhone to this phone, I have to figure out how to like get my contacts over from the iPhone to the Windows phone, right?
Right.
So it's almost the same
I'm
thing.
sure like Facebook is gonna I'm sure like Google just wants to like to dump all your friends from Facebook, get all their emails, and send them invites to Google Plus. I'm sure that's something like everyone wants, but I'm sure that Facebook is not gonna give it to them. Like that's
exactly that's what I mean. That's like the interesting thing is it's like Facebook kind of has already the social network kind of tree for each person, like for basically everybody, right? They already have this huge database of all networks, right? And Google doesn't really have that yet. I mean, in some degrees they have, but it's still like very limited. So it's like if you do get all these people interested in Google Plus, are they really all gonna have to like recreate a new social network kind of tree? Because in a sense, it's kind of like just redundancy. That's just duplicated code in a sense, or duplicated data.
Right.
But it is like, is Facebook really gonna allow them to sync up? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like
that's a very that's very very unlikely. I mean, this is a direct competitor to Facebook, so I mean, there's no reason why they
that's
will
what I
allow
mean.
people
It's
to do
like
this.
I don't know.
But we'll see.
That'd be interesting how that turns out.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna run for the day. But I mean, it seems like we are still having some sort of connection delay between the two of us, with the video feed and audio.
I think we are, because like I can see you talking or like reacting to something I said like 2 seconds
just
later.
Talk to about it.
Yeah, we do.
Right.
It also might be my connection because I'm in my hotel or whatever, my long stay studio thing.
So
and
you
it's
talk
like
to Deo about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, see that there's that
there's like a 10-second delay for me at least.
Yeah, I'm like talking and I can see you like reacting.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll talk to you later.
But yeah, you need to definitely You need to talk to Deo about improving this. This is but we'll see. Alright, I'll talk to you later.
See you, man.
Alright, bye.